Just starting to work on this body mount, body brace. You see the rust issue here. So the bottom of it's all gone. Bit of angle here maybe. There we go. So it's rotted out all the way to the mount. So I just started working on this piece here to replace it. So I just made some cardboard templates. Made a pattern for the bottom piece. And I kind of, well, it's got this little kink in here, so I should have left enough material on here to make a flange, but I forgot that it had a flange. So now, I mean, I guess it'll be a little easier just to put that kink in. Otherwise, I probably could have formed that in there, but anyways, that's where I'm at with it. So I just put a little lip on there and then overlapped it a little bit, connecting it up. I tried stretching this here to get this curve in it. I shrunk this part and just tried, and it ended up getting too thin, so I just cut it out and welded a little piece in there. Anyways, it fits up in there good. So it's going to be a little awkward trying to work in there around the frame rail and the spare tire well, but it's just the way it is. I'll do my best, and it'll be a little fun trying to cut that out of there too. So anyway, I'll have to persevere. Here's the piece all welded up, cleaned up. Fits in there nice. A different shape here than the original one, but they had a nice rounded radius at the very end of this. Alright, there it is, Fitsy style. Made out of about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces. 5 different pieces, including that chunk I welded in there. But anyways, it's all good. Did a little bit more wire wheeling on it and cut all that mess out and weld it in. Got this brace all mocked up in here. I had to put a big flat washer inside of it to make up some space there. Didn't quite fit that standoff tube properly. And then I made a mistake. I trimmed off too much of the piece here, so I had to add some. But anyways, I'm just gonna pull this out of here now. I think I'm ready to do that. It's gonna be difficult to weld this thing in here. Anyways, I came up with a solution to the problem. I left some of the old brace in, so I don't want to mess with the trunk. Like, if I start welding up against the trunk, it's gonna burn all the paint off the inside of the trunk, and I just don't want to get into that. So I can stick my welding the stinger in here, and I can weld along this, and then I'm gonna drill some plug weld holes where past where I can't reach, and just plug weld that onto to what's left of that old brace, and then should be good. And this was a lot more extensive rust, and somebody's already patched this here. There's Bondo all over this, and I can see where somebody's welded along here inside, but the bottom of it's all rusted away. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyway, this is going as good as it's gonna go, I guess. So I'm just gonna do some cleanup on the car and get this thing welded in, painted inside first and all that, of course. Yeah, good. So I wanted to show you the part in its final configuration, or whatever you want to call it, final state. And I wanted to talk about this. You see that? Oh, that's nicely formed there. So all I did was I took a socket, deep socket, and I had it resting on the socket. Then I have a big punch. So I just drove the punch down into there, and it took the metal with it. And it really worked out kind of fluky how this washer just nicely fits on there. It's perfect, actually. I didn't plan that. it just worked out. So anyway, it's kind of neat. So yeah, so I had to, this is the original profile. I had to bend it out a bit more there. And I think that's the only real modification. I know I worked on this area a little bit here to make it fit better. And this was longer, cut it off. Didn't need all that material there. And like I said, I did cut this off too short. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So I ended up having to add this piece. But I'll get this cleaned up and get it ready to go on there. So here's the piece all painted up, ready to go in the car. I've masked off the areas where I'm going to do welding. I'm not going to put any weld through primer on this piece because it's all satin coat, which means it's galvanized. So I'm not too concerned about rust issues. I am going to be cavity spraying everything once I'm done, so it's going to be some additional rust protection. So anyways, it all looks good. And I do have to do some cleanup in here. You can see how, actually there's another piece I got to build right here. So this is the trunk pan, runs along here, and then it comes down here, and then it turns out right here, and then goes down and sandwiches onto this flange here. So it's all rotted off along here. So I still got to make that and do a little cleanup and see how much of this I had to remove. So anyways, trying to make this piece here has to fit that curve. If you can see, it's starting to get kind of close now, and I want the curve to tighten up a bit more. So I've been trying to use my shrinker on this, but its flange is a little too wide and it doesn't really want to do it. So years ago I made this thing. It's just a tuck tool. And so what you do is you go like that, and you come on to the other side. Forms that little tuck there. And get it a little tighter. There we go, it's a little tighter. So then, what I like to do is I knock down the front opening, then it traps it. See how that's knocked down there now? And then I start from the back side and work my way. You know what? I'm going to try it the opposite direction this time. So I'm going to make one more. Just going to test fit this first. I want to over shrink it. Yeah, I'll put one more right about there. So that's really taking a bend to it now. But a lot of it'll come out. So I'm going to trap this. Let's do one more right here. When you put the tuck in, it really turns the metal, but you can still see me there. I'm going to trap this. Good. See what I mean by trapped? See, so now that's, the idea is this edge is going to hold it, and then when I knock this bump down, it'll gather it up. Right now I'm just straightening it. And make this flat again. You don't want to hit really hard, because then you'll just end up stretching it. Okay, now that's fitting. That's fitting pretty good now. I can work with that. See how the lines, the contours match now? So now I have to tip this edge up. I'm just going to run this through here. Where are we going? I have to tip this. I have to tip this edge here. It's got to be tipped up. So hopefully I can do it with this bead roller. Let's see why I can't. So just pulling up on it as it goes through. swiveling roller. I don't even have to move, it just moves on its own. Upward pressure. I think I'm onto something with the swivel. See, I'm standing still and the machine is traveling in an arc. I think I just came up with an idea. Okay, see that? So now, really, see how that's curved? I should really stretch this to straighten that out now. Because I don't really, it might work out, I can just weld it in there like that. It's inside of a enclosed area. It's not going to be seen. But I think I do want to expand this just so it straightens out. So I'll just go ahead and I'll just strike this along here and that'll take that curve out of it.